Welcome to Frolic Weekend, a 6-day getaway for queer and trans men of color in the heart of Provincetown, Massachusetts. This is the biggest and largest gathering for queer and trans men of color in the country. Join over 1,000 men for curated experiences that celebrate who we are. From powerful conversations to poolside days, boat cruises, and unforgettable nights soundtracked by some of the best DJs. Frolic Weekend is your chance to show up as your true and authentic self. This is our 7th year and we're feeling lucky. So this year's theme is Jackpot, because everyone who comes to Frolic Weekend is a winner. From June 17th to the 22nd, take a gamble and frolic with us. Tickets are on sale now and payment plans are available. See you there.
Hi, it's Mr. Dominus, host of Frequency Podcast, and today we have some special guests. Not only do we have Daddy Baldwin on camera with us, but we have our special guest here today. Jay, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good. How about yourselves?
I'm doing, I've had a great week. It's been a good week for me. What about you?
It's been a real good week for me too. I can't complain. I can't think of a single thing I would say was off about this week at all.
Okay, good. So how's your week been, Daddy Baldwin?
Very good. My week's been very good. Yeah.
Okay. Well, the first half of the episode, we kind of talk about our week, what you've been doing, who you've been screwing. But we are here for, this viral post that happened.
Yes, we are.
That Gay E magazine decided to repost. We had a post on that we did at MAO.
We did.
And thank you. There was part of that video I didn't even get to put in there because I was trying to there was parts of you there. I have the video because you were definitely twerking in the video. I didn't get a chance to put that there because you were shaking your ass.
I remember, yeah. Because I'm like, there's parts of it that I definitely remember doing that I don't remember seeing in this thing.
I literally have it on my computer. I will give it to you.
Okay, extended release. We got it.
Okay, when we leave. But we appreciate you for being on this episode. Speaking of sexual liberation, what you been doing? Tell us about your Texas Bear Roundup, right?
Yes, Texas Bear
tell us about it. What did you do?
Yeah, so it was my first time going to Texas Bear Roundup. I had been to Dallas several times. I have family down there and a lot of friends down there. So it's a city I've always enjoyed every time that I visited. Mm-hmm. But this has been the first time that I got to go for the bear event that they have had for this was the 30th anniversary of it. So
30? Oh my God,
it's been around for 30 years. So yeah, and this is a organization that everybody that works behind the scenes is entirely voluntary. That is something that I love about it. Mm-hmm. It's really inspiring to see a queer organization that is continuously doing things to improve the community. Mm-hmm. And yeah, I got to see firsthand just what all that entails. It was so many thousands of bears, daddies, boys, chasers. Everybody looked good.
Ooh.
Girl, they look good.
I know you were bear chaser as well.
Finer than frog hair. The men's was...
Men's is in.
Yeah.
So how was, what events did they... Because I know it's not like MAL, right?
No, it's not a sexually... charged, sexually liberated, sexually enthusiastic. I think that's a good word. Sexually enthusiastic event like MAL is, but it is something that there's so many different things you can do. There are different classes. Sorry, words escape my mind. I was going to say just flat out NAAA classes that people are allowed to take. There are different rooms and seminars for different affinity groups such as gamers, people wanting to play tabletop or card games, board games. There's a superhero cosplay meetup group that gathers and they take a huge group photo. That's another thing that I got to do at MAL because
MAL has the superhero thing too as well.
Yeah, and it was nice to see there's so many different as y'all can see, I have the Millennium Puzzle medallion on.
The what?
Millennium Puzzle from Yu-Gi-Oh!
Oh,
yeah. So yeah, I
don't know what that was. I do remember Yu-Gi-Oh though. His hair was wild.
Yeah, I have always been a huge nerd. I've always been a huge comic book, anime, cartoon lover, and seeing how many grown adults that are so mature and so manly and so masculine, and we have all these tough, grown, serious jobs about us. I love how whimsical and free people have still allowed themselves to be.
It's hard out here, man. Ain't nobody got time to be that serious.
Yeah, like
That part. That part.
Who are you fighting for? Like, jeez.
I know.
Good. I want to.
I got
Go
a
ahead.
question. So, what was it like? The makeup, like, was there? It primarily
So
one or the other, or
yeah, so Dallas, Texas. So I guess like it is a very easy assumption to make. I was pleasantly surprised at there was a lot more of my people and our people.
It was niggas there?
Yeah, it was niggas there.
Okay.
It was fine ass niggas there.
okay, good.
Good. That's what we're looking for. Because we want to know if the people should go.
Sorry, I just remembered a couple from the hidden door. That
Oh, you had a flashback.
yeah. My little that's a Raven moment. My bad.
He went through the tunnel.
Oh, I went through the tunnel.
Oh Lord. No, because we were just speaking about him. Our mutual friend. He went there and he was texting me while he was there, and he was saying he had such a good time. I've never been there. I'm not gonna lie to you. Nah, you know, I love a daddy as well. And I've always been like, Texas got some big old boys.
Yes, they do.
They do, and they do not like wearing clothes. You know, they're always hot.
I
Yeah,
love
that's my
it.
point. It's hot.
It's
It's
hot.
hot.
Like they are always shirtless and hairy, and it's just a great time. Absolutely. So one of these years I need to go. Isn't kink? Doesn't they have a kink week as well?
In Dallas?
Yes. I think there's a kink week somewhere in Texas. That's pretty popular.
That does come to mind. I know that a friend of mine runs a fisting centric event that they actually just had this past weekend called Spring Blooms. He does,
Of course, it's
yes, yeah. He does
Roses.
Spring Blooms in April, and then he has an event in October that he does called Rose Bowl.
Oh, okay. We need to go to these things. We need to start doing.
I mean, Texas be doing it.
they do.
Texas be doing it.
Is Houston or Texas better? Which do you think?
I have only been to Houston
Because
once.
Houston has an eagle.
Houston has
a
an
big
eagle.
eagle.
I've not been to the Dallas Eagle to know.
Oh, there's a Dallas eagle too?
There is a Dallas Eagle.
Is that the only state that has two eagles in it?
No, California,
California.
California
Yeah.
has
Cisco,
LA Eagle.
LA, or San.
I'm sure San Diego has an eagle
Yeah.
too.
No, they don't.
So it's LA then, because there's an LA Eagle.
So it's, California and Texas are only two states that have two eagles.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, wow. That's
'Cause
awesome.
New York only has one.
Yeah. And then Baltimore has one.
R.I.P. DC Eagle.
Yeah. There's not a, never mind.
you had San Diego.
The original DC Eagle as we know it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was actually that was the first bar that I really came to when I first moved to DC.
Oh, so you've been here for a minute.
I've been here for a minute. I remember when Ziegfeld Secrets was around. I remember seeing them demolishing the area, and that's now two different luxury apartment complexes.
Wow.
That's a block and a half away from that stadium.
Do you remember a bar called the Ugly Mug?
I had moved here just after they had closed it down.
Okay, because my friends were telling me about that this weekend. I heard that was a bar people used to go to as well. Awesome. Well, I'm glad you got to go. That we are still on the fence about Frolic. We want to go, but we're just waiting to hear.
I keep seeing all the ads about Frolic weekend. It looked lit.
I really hope we get to go. We're working some things out, but I'm working some things out, but we do want to go. We support the event 100%. Anybody
Absolutely.
who can go definitely should go.
It looks like an amazing event.
It looks amazing. I'm looking forward to it. But also that same weekend, if it's too far for people, Folsom East is that same weekend.
Yes.
There's actually a lot of things going on that weekend.
Yes, that's a
surprisingly.
busy month. Like June, like it's like they said, take all of our money that month. It's Pride, and then you want us to go to New York. Then
It's
you want us
also
to,
Juneteenth weekend.
Right.
It's like, and then DC Pride has like, there's like a million events going on. I was gonna do a reel that was because I've had two people ask me. They're like, "Hey, you live in DC. What's going on?" I'm like, I don't know what's going on. Black DC.
Too much
There's
stuff.
so many
It's
parties going
too much
on.
stuff to do.
It's like, and I feel like everyone's saying that their party's a party to go to, and I'm just like, sure. Like
But you're
Deviant's
not
having
gonna,
a party.
the thing about it is you're not going to have a bad time.
No,
if you
absolutely
come
not.
here, even if you be like, I don't even know what to do, but I hear that's the place to be.
Yeah.
You can get here, and then you're going to have a good time no matter where you go.
Absolutely.
You're going to go out the clubs. If you're a clubby, like they're going to have it here. If you want to do circuits, There's always going to be at least 1 or 2 circuit parties that are going here on a holiday.
Shout out Deviant.
Right. And Twitter or X will tell you a whole bunch of other things to go to.
Yeah, absolutely. And show you what's going on there.
Right. Or what happened.
Or the after spot.
My week, what happened this week? I had a lovely breakthrough this week. I did. Your face.
I would like to know about
I
that.
know. Okay. I'm interested myself.
So Daddy and I have been working on dynamics and protocols. This has been a roller coaster of a ride with him. But this week we had our first disagreement and I learned how to listen to him. And it was very much like, I remember sitting in the car with him and he was telling me, he was asking me about something that he's already asked me to do and I didn't do it. And he's like, why didn't you do this? And I remember getting like super defensive. And then part of me was just like, just listen to him. And so I started to listen to him and he was telling me like why he wanted me to tell him this so that way he could understand basically. He was basically telling me how to deal with him. And it's so many times when it comes to dealing with him, I'm very much like, I feel like I have to defend myself all the time. And it's me. It's not a him thing. It's really a me thing. Like
it's a you thing.
It definitely is a me thing. And I'm just like I felt being combative, and then like my spirit was just like calm down. And so I was a very good boy last week. And he sent me this text message that was basically like, since you've been such a good boy, I got a reward. I got my reward today. It was very good.
I like that.
It's a very good award. And it was just being with him today was very interesting in the sense of like, it really solidified like submission for me. It really did. Like I had a big breakthrough with him. So my dynamic, which I never thought I'd be able to find here in DC, has been going pretty well. And he gave me a soil jock today. I was so happy to take home. And I've been asking for that. You know, crazy thing is I earned that jock like a month and a half ago, but then I acted up and I didn't get the jock. So I finally got it today. And then outside of that, I got a new PA. I got a new PA, some PA jewelry. It is, I posted on my story today. Did you see my story?
I did not see that on your story.
Oh, definitely. I posted the tip of the PA, not the whole PA.
Is it in size or in color?
In size. It's a kettlebell.
That got some weight to it.
It definitely does.
Okay.
Right? And so I went to the nudist campground I went to about 2 weeks ago. Shout out to Roy's Hideaway. And this black man had it on him. And I think I can find the picture actually. He had it and he had a really big dick. And so he comes out and he has this like gigantic PA on him. And I'm like, where did you get this from? And so I asked to hold it, like actually just looking at it. And I hold it and it's super heavy. And I'm like, do you have sex with this? I think you can see it. Hold on. Yes.
It's looking at me.
Literally, right? He pulls it out.
That is a Christmas ornament.
And so I was like you can see it from like, and that's not even close. Like it's huge. It's this huge PA. So
and then you were like, oh, I want that.
I have to have this. So I was like, where did you like? So I and like he's a very nice guy. But I'm like, can I touch your penis? And I'm like, I don't want to do it to like. I'm not being sexual because I was on restriction that weekend anyway from Daddy. But I'm like, can I touch your dick? And he lets me, and I pull it up, and I'm judging the weight from like the tip that's hanging off of it. And I'm like, this is amazing. I'm like, there's no way someone can suck your dick with this thing in it. And he's like, oh, absolutely not. He's like, anytime I have sex with this, he's like, he says he can't even masturbate with it. But that's not true because I did it yesterday. But
that is true. He cannot.
He can't. I can. But he said he definitely can't fuck with it. So, but I love it. Like it's really great. I'm hoping to get to a size 0. That's the goal. I'm at a 4 right now. Absolutely.
Good for you.
Yes.
I know what that means in lobes, and
that's
so
the same.
I'm a 4
I
here.
know that's the same thing. It's just
that it's. You know what? Good for you.
I want to get to a size like I think 0. No, 00 is the biggest you can get. I think.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, I've seen some 00 PAs. They're massive. That's an ornament. That's a car part.
You know, this is where I diverge.
I have such a fascination for them and such an affinity for looking at them. Aesthetically, they look amazing.
They do.
They're aesthetically
I
pleasing for sure.
wanted one for such a long time. And at one point earlier in my Gaby stage, I had thought about and discovered like sounding porn. So I had like started testing that out.
I love sounding weird.
I wish I could still enjoy that. Unfortunately, I had a very horrible experience.
Oh, you have to tell us about
Okay,
this. You
so-
have to.
It wasn't with sounding at all. No, it was entirely different. It was a genuinely like serious medical thing. So this was when I was still on active duty. I was stationed in.
You in the military?
Yes, I was in the Army.
Okay, we'll talk about that. Absolutely.
Yeah, I got out in 2019, right before I came to DC.
Oh wow! How long were you in?
I was in for 3 years. Got out earlier than I had planned to because some injury stuff had changed the course of my training, so it was easier to move on.
We all military.
Yeah. So, yeah, I was no longer
Veteran status.
I was no longer a warm enough body for them to keep a seat for me. So y'all know what that means, yeah. Yeah, it was 2018. I had some gastrointestinal issues one day randomly. I was having like some stomach cramps. I was working out at the gym and left, finished my workout. I kind of like pushed through and ignored it, went to the bathroom and I went to piss. And when I tell you it looked like strawberry lemonade in a scary way, I was pissing blood.
Oh no.
And at that point, the pain had stopped. But then that's when I started getting real scared because I'm like,
Obviously.
all right, what was in pain and why is there blood now? What was going on?
Yeah.
So I need to get to a hospital right now.
Okay.
I drove myself to the ER. I let my, at the time, platoon sergeant know what was going on. And he was a dickhead. So
As they all
his
are.
response was, make sure you come back with a doctor's note. Okay, cool.
Because you're not finna have quarters without no
Like,
damn
yeah,
slip.
yeah. If I make sure, as long as I come back alive, I'll make
Forget
sure I have
the
a
fact I've
doctor's
been pissing
note.
blood. Just make sure you have your ass covered. Absolutely.
For your punk ass. Like, all right, sure. Yes, Sergeant. So go to the hospital and they're running tests trying to figure out what's going on because they're saying, all right, you're having elevated heart rate, so it's clearly a response to pain that your body is exhibiting. We don't see an elevated white count. It doesn't seem like anything's going on with any of your organs. They were checking to see if my appendix was going to rupture. They couldn't figure out what's going on. They did several CT scans, and they did iodine contrast, still couldn't see anything on the imaging. But what they did find was that there were blood clots that were entering my bladder. What they had assumed was that they were coming from my kidneys. So at least at one point, my kidneys had been bleeding. I was on pain medication for a while, and one of the medications that the Army loves to give people, naproxen, which is horrible for the kidneys. So I had to get off of that. And what they did for the blood clots was they gave me a 30 gauge catheter. Girl. And I am one of the luckily unlucky motherfuckers in the world whose body metabolizes heavy drugs quickly. So I either need a lot or I need it to be done fast. I can still remember the pain of two giant ass male nurses trying to hold me down while one of the female nurses was trying to hold my dick still. You're grabbing my dick a lot. I don't know what's going on. My body's reacting how it's reacting. So yes, part of that is my dick's getting hard just because that is a and they're like arguing about like stop grabbing.
I'm confused.
I'm hearing them say like stop squeezing so hard. It's like
this was slightly turning me on. The two men holding me down.
It needs to go down so we can get the tube in. And yeah, I remember the sensation of them shoving the catheter into my bladder. I remember the balloon expanding. I had to, after this was when I had came to after the drugs finally worn off and I was able to return back to base. I was in my PT clothes, mind you, during all this.
Oh, okay.
Because I just came from the gym.
Yeah.
So I was in my PT clothes, my PT shorts, tube attached to dick kind of slightly cocked to the side. The urethral bag is taped to my leg. I am standing at parade rest in front of this asshole.
No.
Because he was so serious about you have to come back with a doctor's note.
They didn't
So
give you quarters?
They gave me a quarters afterwards because thankfully and unluckily for him, the first sergeant was in the building when I walked in and he looked at me like, why
are you here?
Are you here? You just came from the hospital. You have a bag attached to your dick. Why are you here?
My first line.
Sorry, so-and-so told me to come back with a doctor's note.
I would have said his name with a in my chest too.
I'm
Sergeant.
I promise you, if I still remembered his name off the top of my head, I actually would.
Oh Lord, that's so bad. I literally just did a video about sounding. I posted it yesterday. For those of you who don't know, sounding is when you stick either silicone, metal, a elongated structure. It's usually a metal tube. Into your urethra and you hit it and it vibrates and it creates a very good sensation.
For some people, yes.
Some people. You just have a very traumatic. I totally understand.
Like I said, I fully recognize like if that had not happened, I probably would not have the same like immediate like pussy tighten reaction. Like,
have you ever heard of anal sounding?
Yes.
Would you try that?
What is anal sounding?
It's the same thing, but but they have electric ones as well.
You keep adding electric to anything you say sounding, and I'm not always sure why.
But they have electric like sounders that like. So were you at MAL? You were at MAL. Oh my god, dumbass question. Shit, stupid. For Mr. S Leather had an electro kit, and they had the electric rods for sounding that go into your anus. And so like the Volsa, like they would put the tabs on your arm and your arm would like contract. And they're just like, he's just like, just imagine it's in your asshole now.
I fully understand what you are explaining to me. The absolute immature first thought that comes to my head. You remember that machine at Chuck E. Cheese where like it was like the Gorilla, it was like the shocking thing where you have to hold on to it as long as you can to get tickets. It was like this like electro sensational thing. Like your like arms.
I don't remember that.
That I don't know why, but that's what electroplay makes me think of. And
was it not enjoyable?
It's not that it's not enjoyable. It's just like I'm like, all right, like now I got a Charlie horse.
I'm weak.
This feels like I grew up in a family of athletes and played sports my whole life. So when I think of electro, I'm thinking of like the muscle stimulator little rock probes that you put on when you're having to recover from an injury.
I think you could do it though.
I'm sure I could.
The question is, does he want to? You, because I don't want to.
He's one of the most sexually adventurous people.
I'm very adventurous. I'm very curious, and then I'll be like, okay, so like everybody else would be having a good time.
If it's after a go-go thing, you are a trooper. Okay.
Like I said, I still am like, I really did that.
Like, man, I remember I got approached for a threesome after go-go dancing, and I was like, I am tired.
Who's buying me food? Who's rocking me bed?
I was with Dre, and we were in. Do you know Dre Cyborg? We were together, and somebody approached us for one, and I was just like, absolutely the fuck not. I am going back home. I'm going to eat. Absolutely not. I don't know how people do it. I don't.
The amount of times that I wish that, like, if people, like, if you really, if you actually want to be serious, I'm only going to take it so seriously because one, I already got a man, and two, it's the end of the night. I'm trying to go home at the end of this.
Collect these dollars.
And I will remember how much money you did or did not give me. That being said, if you really trying to get my attention at the end of the night when I'm done dancing, have a plate of food ready or have a place to go that you are swiping your card for.
Absolutely.
Buy me a meal and I don't really have nothing else I got to do with anybody. I have no plans other than that.
Because you actually dance. You're not one of them step-to-step side go-go dancers.
Thank you. I really appreciate that.
Absolutely. Like, and so I totally understand. Honestly, that's why I haven't been go-go dancing lately, because I'm tired. And I refuse, like, I know I'm attractive, but I refuse to go in the box and just move side to side. That's not go-go dancing. And I'm like, if I don't feel like I have the energy to go-go dance, I'm not going to do it.
Yeah.
I get so pissed off, and I get it. You know, that's my feelings. It's not everybody. Some people consider that to be go-go dancing. Okay, but it's not. You are a go-go dancer. You're supposed to energize the crowd. They're supposed to see you and feel energized and feel enthusiastic about being there. And when you're on the box and you're just...
Absolutely. And it doesn't have to be... No one has to worry about trying to be the most athletic,
I
acrobatic.
agree. You don't got to be no damn 8 count.
Yeah, I'm not doing a backflip. I cannot do a split. Anybody who really knows me personally knows I'm not all that damn flexible.
Neither am I. I'm a meatball.
Like...
I think it's one of those things though that people like know your thing. Do you
exactly
need a and again from Texas back in the day, like everybody had to have a trick. Mm-hmm. Like, yes, okay, you're attractive. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you swinging low. Sure. But how are you entertaining me? Mm-hmm. And so I think when people get up on a box, particularly those who are accustomed to getting a lot of attention because of their attractiveness, they do the 2-step. And people will pay to look at them. But I'm not one of those
Porn stars
people.
have it the easiest though.
Well, I mean, on a box.
Oh, you agree with me, don't you?
I have feelings that don't exactly veer off too far from that statement.
Because a lot of them, this is okay. Because there's one, I'm not gonna say his name, but he
go. What you're talking about?
Huh?
I already know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I can't stand him. He was at a go-go dance.
Content.
Great content, right? He's a good daddy.
Great content.
But I can't stand him go-go dancing though. He and his boy literally showed up to a go-go dance event and just fucked. They just made out on a box. That was it.
Like, were they like fucking and making sure the crowd was like...
No, they weren't even actually having sex. They were just like dry humping each other and then just making out.
I would have booed.
And then the rest of us are like dancing. Yeah. And so like, and then like we get, and the entire event, like when he danced alone, because people knew him as a porn star, people were just going, get your money anyway. I feel like they just should be called different things. I am not upset about him getting money. I just don't feel like you should label yourself as a
Those
go-go
are bitches
dancer.
use tipping quarters.
Oh!
I'm still encouraging them to get paid. I'm still encouraging them to make that money. Please tip all your dancers. Make sure every dancer, everybody that has an outfit, everybody that gets on that stage, there's some amount of work that every single person did to get to that point where they are performing in front of you, even as little or as low effort as that performance may be. You can tip them.
In the roll though, can we throw the whole roll of quarters?
No, just like make a shower.
Oh, okay.
Like just sprinkle it over them.
I just want to throw the roll at them.
Let it jiggle on the floor.
Just click, click, click.
Not a gunslinger.
Not the pad.
Dave, how was your week? So we can go into our tell us about your week.
Actually, I've been having some very good sex.
Oh, tell us about it.
Very good sex. And it's all intimate because if you know me, like I'm intimate, and so I'm always one of those people who like I'm really looking for a connection, and it could be for the moment, or it could be for the weekend, or it could be for a lifetime.
I love that sentiment.
I'm always trying to have a connection with whoever I'm partnered with. And there was one. He sent me a picture, and I was like, it was just literally of him walking from behind, and I said, no. You casted a net for which you caught me in. Ooh. You caught me in that. And I said, oh, okay. I said, and he's very pretty boy, nice lips, the whole thing, right? We come over, he comes over to my place, and he very much likes it rough. And I'm not typically, I'm not a y'all. I'm not trying to like pound you. I call it y'all. Like,
y'all?
You're like, y'all.
I've never heard that say before.
Or pound it. Like, that's just not my thing. But for whatever reason, that was the energy that was having. And so that was the energy that was met.
You supplied a need. Absolutely.
So it was great. And it was fantastic. Oh, it was fantastic. It was.
And you were the top?
Yes.
Okay.
I shouldn't say it like that. I shouldn't say it like that.
But also,
what the fuck you thought I was?
but also as a verse queen, I'm sure we all can say that same sentiment of like, on top.
Yeah, and I mean he was strict bottom, right? I didn't know that until the thing, but I mean we matched. I'm a top verse. I play on the bottom side, but that's not really where my calling is. And so like it was great. I came 3 times, he twice. It was like a 3-hour session. It was just
I love a long session.
ridiculous. Well, and it was breaks, right? So like I don't know about some of y'all folks. Some of y'all
That
folks
was
be going
immediately
for a
going to be
long
my
time.
follow up.
Yeah.
I need a Gatorade. I need a snack. I need.
When I say long sessions, like, because I like long sessions as well, but that does not mean penetration for 3 hours. That means like intimacy and together for long periods of time. Like breaks in between the sex, do whatever you want to do.
I feel like
no one is having sex for intercourse for 3 hours straight.
I feel
somebody
like
is.
we should all clarify that verbally. That is actually what we are all talking about, because I feel like no one's confused about that part of it except for all the people that don't know that's what everybody means when they say long session. Nobody.
Baby, I can barely run straight for 30 seconds.
Nobody. I play rugby. I am quite athletic in my own right, I feel like. Hour of stroking.
Do you know why sometimes?
All that hip action?
That the time frame
also,
sometimes
it wasn't
seems,
all penetration either.
And that's the
other thing. Like
people look at it as like, because a lot of times when you're talking about sex from an intimate standpoint of view, you have foreplay, because I know you love foreplay, and likewise, and so you're doing everything, and the people who look at it as like it's a bad thing, I think sometimes they're looking at it from performative measure, like I'm finna fuck the shit out you, and I don't know if I have 3 hours in me to go bam bam to do that. That's not my thing either. I agree with you.
Yeah, I like foreplay, but like. Just for clarification, I'm not lighting no candles.
Oh, 100%. Absolutely. You'll be lucky if there's air freshener in there.
I mean, set the mood. Right.
But your place is a mood, though. Absolutely.
True.
Especially with the bookmark.
Thank you.
It really is.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It definitely is. It's giving Bachelor,
and and for me, it's all about the connection, right? Because as soon, look, I'm too old to be. The body don't do what the body used to do, and I think when you're young, you can fake your way through a whole bunch of things. The wind will blow, and there you go, right? But I'm not that.
Keep the honey packets on standby.
I'm not that way. So like, I stop playing with people I don't have a connection with.
Absolutely.
Like I'll try. Like if we're not getting it, then I'm like, hey, you know what? Thank you. I appreciate that, but this isn't quite working out the way. I appreciate you coming over. Thanks. Or I'll just talk to him like, hey, how you doing? How's life? Because I can still get connected with a person, but like if it ain't gonna happen, it ain't gonna happen.
We should definitely do an etiquette episode on like how to properly disengage or engage people when you're having sex.
I would like to learn, because I'm not good at that. I am good at very clearly giving energy of this ain't it no more.
But that's okay. But speak up and communicate that. Absolutely, that's fine.
Yeah,
as long as you can do that, that's okay. Yeah. They don't have to like it.
Correct. Nobody has to like it, but I think what happens is you trying to figure out like, well, we're already here, right? And there's this like thing in your mind. Well, we're already undressed. We already started.
We're already undressed. If you got to the door and I didn't like this, it's not happening.
That's why I love going to other people. I don't really care for the hosting.
Oh, you're not a hoster?
I don't care.
He wants to be able to die.
That's what I'm like. I'm like, oops.
I got this meeting to go to.
Yo,
right.
I will pack up and leave smooth out that bitch.
Oh, it's too easy to kick somebody in my house. We've definitely done it before.
I wish I could embody that energy. I admire
it's my house.
I admire
you
the
got
hell out
to
of
go.
I admire the hell out of people. Cause like, what if you say no? I'm not gonna
hear this 9mm click back.
Yeah, I'm not gonna hear that in a good, favorable manner. Cause like, I'm not asking. I'm telling you, you are going to go.
Yes, you don't have a choice.
That is what is going to pass. It's not a matter of you making the choice to do it. It is going to happen.
They're not going to run me and Haskell.
Somebody's going to make that choice. I would love for you to make it on your own, but somebody's going to make the choice for you to leave.
I'm going to tell you, I was like in the bed going at it, and it was just like there was nothing happening. And then I said, you know what? This isn't working. It's not you, but this is just not.
Where did Jalen want? I mean, they pussy not good.
Get there?
Like y'all was just making out and everything.
No, yeah, we were like making out, doing all the hot and heavy, trying to get hot and heavy. You trying to turn the stove on, trying to light it.
Jeez.
And partly,
I wasted a Doxy Pep for this.
We not even getting to an address if I don't know that you're a good kisser.
But you got to find that out.
Why we both were like, how you get on the app?
Kiss me through the phone. Come on, Soldier Boy.
I don't usually like it. I'm not a same day random, never met you, never had any contact with
Oh, so you meet them before.
Yeah, usually it is people that I've had some kind of contact with.
Okay.
Oh, absolutely. I don't like my friends hate trying to ask me to do last minute invites to anything. I'm like, okay, well, why didn't you tell me 3 days ago when you knew you was wanting to do this? Oh, I didn't think that I was gonna. Okay, well, I don't think I'm gonna do it now. I'm sorry.
Period.
And that's how you tell people when they come to your house.
Yeah, but
you know what? I think this ain't gonna work out. I don't think I'm gonna do this now. It's
you don't have
super
to back
easy.
up. I always have somebody call me 5 minutes into like sex, like 5 minutes and 10 minutes into sex. I always have a friend that calls if I'm having sex by myself. So that way, if I have to braille. Just in case, I let them know like it's good, it's not good. I definitely do that.
So slick. I like that.
I do it. My friend, one of my friends, he calls like 10 minutes. I'll be like, hey, call me in 10 minutes, and if it's bad, I'll let you know, and you just let me know I got to come pick you up, and then that person got to go.
Absolutely,
that's the easy way to get out if you don't want to say no. But we need to get on our episode.
Yeah.
All right. So, how much is too much? So we are here for the viral video that went. So we have some questions for you. First of all, thank you for saying what you said.
I appreciate
right?
it. Thank you.
Absolutely.
We definitely stand behind you 100%.
And I appreciate all of your support.
And it's
because he did the interview and asked the questions, and you were one of couple that answered really well.
And you know, one of the things I was telling him today, like you obviously watched your whole video, right? And the most important part of the video to me was the end part when you described what kink meant to you, right? But people heard the first part and it was like, oh, we'll run with this, and that's what people did. But you very much talked about how it's not just I'm just here just to fuck whatever I want to fuck. You were there to have experiences with people who you felt connected to, and one of the things, like, connection doesn't have to be 2 weeks, a month, a year. Some people develop those things more quickly than others, but that's what you wanted to do.
Yes.
And that's important. It's what he wanted to do. But right.
Wig ass.
I'm like, let me pull this off right now.
Okay. So first thing, what made you want to share your experience with us in the first place?
Honestly, one, you are a good friend who I have come to not only respect how you have been and how you present yourself in the space that I've seen you. You are someone that I've come to admire for how forthcoming and how mature you've been in your own journey with your sexual liberation. And it is awesome to see other Black men. It's awesome to see other gay military veterans and other folks who have similar backgrounds as mine. I'm a PK. I come from an area where I didn't have a whole lot of people that look like me personally to emulate and to learn what certain things I can aspire towards. So now as an adult, getting to see my friends do that and getting to be one of the people that is doing that alongside them, it just made it so much easier to forget all the pretense that I could have come into that interview with and just answer as honestly as felt natural in the moment.
Absolutely. You looked great. You looked like you were having a good time at that interview as well. I really appreciated you. Question, and answer honestly, the stuff you got, did it work for you? The pills you got.
Oh yeah. The Fred and Dorothy pills. Yeah, they actually did. I don't know
this was
how
not staged, I promise.
Yeah. They actually were very good at, I guess, my own endurance level, I guess, was more consistently where I wanted it to be, and I didn't feel the drops of energy that I would have that I had been recently feeling.
Which ones did you get?
I got the hard pills.
The hard pills. Okay, good. Because Haskell had them, and like we were having fun one night, and I was so surprised. Like I was like, this is way harder than it usually is. And he's like, I just started taking them. So glad it worked. Absolutely. It worked for me, but I know it doesn't work for everybody because like sometimes the cum pills work for some people and they don't for other people. Glad it worked. At what point did you realize the internet was not gonna mind their business when it came to this post?
When I woke up on Sunday morning and it was like 10, 11 a.m. and I had just so happened to open up my phone to Instagram and it just popped up on the front of the page. I had thought at first that it was our video, and I'm like, oh, okay, I guess like one of my friends like reposted or shared it or something like that. And then I saw there was a carousel. I saw a couple different slides. I saw 1,000 different shares, and like at that point, it had already been like 400 or 500 comments.
Yeah,
and I'm like, okay, what is this even about? What do you mean like someone's going viral? Why am I going viral? I'm like, what did I even say? What did I say for real that I would go viral for? I didn't give my opinion on anything. I did not share any like personal political belief or religious adherence to anything. I'm not one of the gays that is over here saying I really am super Christian, and as such, I don't think that it's right to marry a man at the end of the day, even though I'm going to keep sucking dick in my free time now.
Wow.
Darren Fleet, what's up? Like, I guess at the time, it just seemed not a big deal to give much thought to any of the things that I now am understanding the purpose and somewhat valid, at least, response of people's feedback. Beyond the negativity that I saw, beyond the like harshness of how people were trying to make their comments. Also, some of y'all got some jokes off, and I gotta say, like,
hilarious.
Like, whoever that was that called me the birthday invitation, you got that. Like, there was some of it that was like very lighthearted and did not make it so serious for me to initially receive it, and thankfully, I was able to look at it for what it was. These are a lot of hangups that a lot of us have behind us. There's a lot of religious trauma that a lot of us carry.
Shame.
Unfortunately, in 2026, there's so many of us. Even I will be 30 next year. There's people that I saw in the comments who I remember when I was 13 and 14, and I remember seeing them on TV and seeing them in interviews, and they were some of the first Black queer people that I saw that I could see an identity for myself in. And some of them had some very harsh things to say. And it was a little disheartening, to say the least, but not because I felt personally attacked by it. I know that the person that they were talking about in the comments isn't me. None of the things that were said are true to who I am. So I don't need to personally defend anything about my character because there was nothing that was said to disparage my actual character.
Absolutely. Did you want to speak?
Go ahead.
I was triggered for you. I'm not gonna hold you. And he definitely called because I called you this week, right? And I was just like, we can take this down.
Yeah.
Whatever you want us to do. Like, I'm not trying to add to this. I do not believe in profiting off of people's like despair or anything that happens to them. So I was very happy.
And I absolutely appreciate that you wanted to make that happen.
Same thing with the podcast. We're not here to trap nobody. And so like when that happened and I saw all those negative comments, I was just like, should I take this down? I said, let me call him. And so I called. But you know, Daddy Baldwin was just like, do not go in the comments and say anything. And I was just like, I was reading the comments. I was just like, not them. And I got in the comments and I definitely started saying things. And I think, and like full transparency, right? A lot of people who are on my page are on my dominance page are there because they like what I do, right? And this was the first time that the content was being scrutinized by a group of people. And this is what he pointed out to me, like, that's not your audience.
This is not the audience that the thing about viral is it picks up and then a lot of people see it, right? Yeah. but people who wouldn't normally, people who just left church, right? And they turned, or they were in church looking at Instagram and not paying attention to the pastor, right? And they showed up, right? And so like a lot of these folks who were in there were not the actual audience that we would normally take, or the ones that have any interest in it at all, right? I remember one comment was Patiri saying, "Oh, I've like never slept with anyone, and neither my partner." And I was just like, "Oh, that's a way to do it."
He said he never slept with nobody, nor his partner.
He was kind of untouched, and neither his partner's going to be untouched too.
Oh, the one he didn't have.
Yeah, the one he didn't have.
All these amorphic partners that we're like supposed to be saving ourselves for.
And here's the deal. Like my thing about sexual freedom is that you get the choice to choose. Mm-hmm. So if you choose not to, that is a benefit. I'm not going to shame you for not doing it because I believe there's somebody out there for everyone. Right. And so you go 10 toes down on the thing that you want. And I think that that's kind of the same point on this side, right? Like just because I'm not doing it the same way you're doing it doesn't make it a bad thing. But what I also loved was how many other people got into the conversation. Absolutely. And if for nothing else, the way in which other people came in and they were really adding to it, even if they were just, like one guy, what did he say? He said, and I'm just trying to hold hands. Right? Right, like that, like exactly. Like the thing about it is, people are just trying to navigate whatever life that they're in, and there's more people who are doing it than and they're not saying anything about it. And I think that even when we were doing the question and we were asking people, there were people who were like, nope, I can't do that. And I'm not going to be in front of the video to say it. And that is 100% true because there are plenty of occupations for which people cannot have their life, their sexual life, or their kink or their fetish made aware on a public forum because they may lose their job or they may lose their opportunities. But ultimately, like, if you can be free, be free in whatever that looks like.
And it's crazy how many of them, a lot of it I feel like is also shame too. And it's like displaced shame from seeing you do what you want to do. Mm-hmm. And
it's also triggering. Some people really wish they could do it.
And they be in my inbox.
Yeah. And
I'm so serious.
People
people
have animosity towards it because you get to do something that they don't get to do.
I've had so many people like tell me in public how that's disgusting or that's nasty, especially at like some of the local bars here, and will end up in my DMs the next day saying, I have so much interest in this.
Absolutely, yeah.
How can I do this? Can you share more information on it? Because they're so afraid of what outside culture is going to say, are going to feel, but are going to say about them, or they may lose their social status if you dare love having a fist in your ass, or if you dare love doing X, Y, and Z, versus them just living for you. Like you said, what you said, if you're not paying,
this old African proverb, if you're not paying my bills or sleeping in my bed, then you can fuck off.
Yeah.
Right? Like it really doesn't, it really has nothing to do with my life, right? But it's also internet, right? The internet, people are gonna talk. And in fact, people are expected to talk. If something goes on, now I'm not one of those people because I'm old. And so it had to be sent to me because I'm not even on Instagram like that. But when I looked at it, I was like, oh, please don't go into the comments. Please don't. RuPaul Charles said, don't read the comments.
Yeah, I read the comments too. And I will say, like, as much as I know that it was not the mature approach, I am going to be myself.
Baby, you was in there.
Right.
He was definitely in there. He was just like, and that's why your life boring as hell.
Yeah, like, y'all think I'm funny? I'm gonna show you.
Let's go to some of these.
How hilarious I am.
Because baby, he was in there defending himself.
Because I don't know, like the first initial reaction that I had when I saw the first couple of not necessarily like immediately negative, but kind of just like not fully in support or kind of like just offhanded comments that were on the original post that you made on your. I was like, this is an interesting way for y'all to come up and admit y'all ain't getting no pussy.
I remember that post. Like, I remember somebody said something about how you didn't have a good relationship with your father, or somebody said like my parents weren't married. They have you said your parents had been married for so long, and he's like, I'm so happy my parent. I'm like, how the fuck your father got brought into this?
Why am I fatherless? Because I suck dick.
And talk about it.
How did we get here? Like, I don't understand. Like, my parents are going to be celebrating 40 years of marriage next year. those are the people that I was raised by. I am sorry that, yes, I see and hear all of y'all in the comments and the ways in which that y'all were expressing deep, genuine hurt that you've experienced in your lives. Some of those things I share with you. I heard a lot of that same stuff growing up. I'm a pastor's kid, like 5 generations going back to the plantations. And also to clarify, in case anybody wants to say something smart, my ratio, if we having a conversation about like picking apart people's blackness, my blackness, 2 and 4. You have a question of what that means? Claps and lineage. If you know, you know. If you don't get to question my blackness at all.
Like I want to get to the second part.
Period.
So to be honest, hold on one second. So do you think people were actually bothered by your oversharing? Or do you think they're just shocked with the honesty?
I think a mix of both. I think for the people that genuinely are bothered by it and bothered not only by the oversharing, but more so like by the actions themselves. The people that are actually bothered by it actually find it distasteful, find it shameful and embarrassing. There is a part of me that at least holds a respect for the conviction that they have to hold those beliefs and actually apply them to their lives. If you live that way and you feel that strongly and you have something to say about it, I'm going to ignore the hell out of it. But I can respect that that is how you feel and how you find your conviction in life and how you go about earth.
Yeah.
That's fine.
And there was this one, and I'm going to read this one particularly because I thought it was really beneficial. It said, at first I said he is disgusting, but as I kept listening
That's
and
one of my
paying
favorite
attention, paying attention to his face and body language, I realized he finds genuine joy in what he's doing. And in that moment, something shifted in me. I found myself saying, I love this for him, and truly meant it without judgment, to each their own, right? And I think that the part
That's
of
all
the
we
challenge,
That's it.
well, I think that's what anybody wants.
Yes.
Right? I said this to your husband earlier, right before the show. I said, just because you cook mashed potatoes this way, and you say, look, well, I just cook mashed potatoes with the peeled skin on. I don't have to have anything else to say. Good for you. Right? Like, oh, I take the peels off my mashed potatoes. We don't have to have a fight about mashed potatoes.
Yeah.
Right? It's just that you do it and I don't do it. And
Absolutely.
that's fine.
Yeah. 6 of one, half dozen of another.
Correct. There's a lot of things I don't do.
Where do you draw the line between I tell my friends versus the internet can have it all?
Oh, the internet can't have it all.
I am probably a very interesting person to ask that question too, because that I feel like changes on the day. So while I don't feel any amount of embarrassment for how much I have shared of myself on this platform, on Instagram, that people have seen on my other social media platforms, because I do also have a Twitter where there's a whole lot more that people see. If you want the link, if you want to subscribe,
It's
let
great,
me
by the
know.
way.
Like, I'm gonna make some money off of this either way.
Period. Get the bag.
My bag has not stopped. Ain't a single pocket gone dry. But like, I think where I realized that I guess wanted to focus the response that I wanted to have with it was the folks who did have very jarring reactions and jarring emotions to it. I don't fault that. I'm the one who chose to share it. I'm the one who chose to put that out there. But also, I don't entirely disagree with the notion of like, maybe don't always share everything. Why? Because my nieces are on my Instagram page. They are adults now, but they're my nieces who I remember changing their diapers and babysitting them and picking them up from their first days of kindergarten and first grade and everything. I have to be somewhat of a example as an uncle to them, but also the example I can be along with how mature and refined I can show that my life is. I can also show how human I am and how it's okay to be human in whatever way that means to you on that day. I'm not doing anything illegal, amoral, unethical, or unsafe.
Yeah.
I think I remember the phrase, stay out of grown folks' business, right? And it comes into play for me in this situation because like they never stopped talking about what they were doing. What the grown folks' business was. They all continued to say what they were doing. Yeah. They just did it in their own forums. And I kind of apply that same message to myself, like, because like I remember one day high school was like, my mom follows your page. And I was like, and she chose to press follow. I didn't tell your mom to press follow. I'm going to keep doing what I post on my page. I think where I draw the line with my friends and too much is honestly names. That's where I draw the line. Like, I'm not going to give everybody's name out that, you know, I'm having sex with, but you'll hear about it. I have no problem telling people what I do or who I do, you know, in context. And honestly, I don't take people's names because generally I don't mind sharing my stuff, but you don't know who was comfortable with that.
You can't tell somebody else's story.
Exactly. And that's where I draw the line. And you didn't do that, which is like, you just said, I did A, B, and C with this many people. And I think that's the only time I draw the line, unless the person who I'm talking about is okay with me talking about them.
Yeah, also, you don't get to control it, right? You don't control, nobody controls what goes viral. Mm-hmm. And so some of these people would have never seen it had it not been pushed by their algorithm. And so look, maybe all you got is shouting videos and cats on yours, and all of a sudden you get a video from Gay talking about this, right? It makes sense that it'd be jarring for you, right? This wasn't in your algorithm. Mm-hmm. But also, you ain't got to comment on everything. You ain't got to comment on everything.
Let's keep moving. How much of that backlash do you think comes from religion, culture, or good old-fashioned nosiness?
I think so little of it actually comes from nosiness or people's overly opinionated desire to police others' actions. I know, unfortunately, the overwhelming majority of the negative responses are fueled by the same religious dogma and doctrine that we all got pushed onto us when we were younger. Like, how many of us remember how many people can think of the phrase, like, you can't believe somebody Christ by beating them over the head with the Bible? I saw in real time how many people who thought they were being helpful and supportive and encouraging of me seeing the light and seeing things a different way and understanding the wrong of what I'm doing and trying to come from that avenue. I want that to be made clear that is still wrong too. You're not talking about me and you're not affecting me by saying that, but the people that do hear that stuff, that are still feeling that effect, that are still hearing that in their daily lives, that actually believe that because they are seeing in real time how many thousands of people are repeating those same talking points. How many of these Jim Crow-ass, antiquated-ass beliefs are we going to bring in to another decade?
Can I speak on this? And you're gonna correct me whether I want to know if you agree with me or not. I was having this conversation with my mom this morning, and I feel like white gays have a liberation that black gays I believe they don't choose to give themselves, you know. And I believe that the black experience, we are so segregated from the world, where it's like we were taught to always have our own hold blood first, right? And so, you know, films then like Paris is Burning comes out where they talk about ballroom scene, and now gays are finally learning how to make their own families. But I feel like there is a structural instinct in us to understand our families, right? And to listen to and be a part of our blood families. And I feel like the black gay experience has a lot of heteronormative values in it for them to feel accepted by their families. And I feel like some of that is taken into our gay culture.
Absolutely.
And so because of that, it's like when we see, we not every gay, but I do feel like a lot of black gays, you know, they have the kids, right? You know, I'm gay, but I got the kids. I'm gay, but I have the house. I'm gay, but we have the good jobs. You know, you don't like this part of my life, but I'm doing everything else that makes me seem socially acceptable to you, versus living the life you want. It's okay to want those things for yourself, but I feel like sometimes people do these things to be accepted by the culture. And that's where the white gays, I feel like, excel. They don't give a fuck. Yeah. They just do. And so it's like we have this culture of black gays with these heteronormative views, and they are now saying like, oh, well, mom and dad lived in the house and they only had sex with each other. And, you know, I feel like I should do that too, because those are the morals I was raised with. And I have nothing wrong with people having their own morals and how they're raised. I think where the problem comes in is when now I'm pushing off my ideologies on you to judge you based off of what you're doing. Yes. And that's what the problem is. And it's like he lived such a liberated life. I lived such a liberated life. Like, I came from a Jamaican Seventh-day Adventist family. There's no way I should be doing what I'm doing. I should be DL till I'm about 50 years old. There's no way I should have been out of the closet this early doing what I'm doing and educating people the way I do. I just feel a lot of them are just scared to live the lives that they want because they don't want to be judged by other people. And it's so, they cripple themselves. And I like, this is all I feel like a lot of this is self-impeded judgment upon yourself because we are so worried about what the Joneses want.
Yeah. So I think where I diverge a little bit from what you're saying is that I think that it isn't a comparison. We often get caught in a false comparison, right? Black gay culture and what's white gay culture. And the truth is that both cultures have their own challenges when it comes to heteronormity, because that's what you're talking about.
True.
Right? Like, hey, I'm gay, but I have a 6-figure job. I'm gay, but I also have a husband and we have a kid. And then we live this particular life that looks very similar to what our parents lived in. So that kind of makes up for it.
Yeah.
Right. That's not related to, I think, in my opinion, it's not related necessarily to blackness, but the conversation, not just in the gay circle, but in black circle particularly, is that like black people actually tend to be culturally conservative based off of any other group based off of religion. Right.
I think Southern blacks, yes. Typically,
I would argue maybe black culture in the United States. Right?
Yes.
But that's all culture in the United States because in many cases, same thing with white culture, same thing with Latino culture, right? Like there is we're all kind of brought up in a community in the U.S. around religion of some sort. But black culture is very community based. Right. So even when like gay people were shunned from their families, they went and created homes and families, mothers and dads and
ballroom culture.
Right.
Yep.
It's because community is also safety. And so it's the same thing with the church. Right. It's the same thing with your own blood family. Like there's a safety mechanism that I think that we are connected to.
Yeah.
And so when you are no longer with your community, it can become unsafe. I think about and this is something I see in black gay culture. Like if you go together, you leave together. Right? That had nothing to do with being gay. That was just safety as a kid. And you go with your friends, y'all all leave together. Like that was making sure that everybody was safe getting home. Right? And the same thing when I go out here in DC, it's the same thing. People go with their friends and they leave with their friends. Right? And so like that's a safety mechanism that I think that people have caught into. And I still believe though that it's not all safe away from the flock. Right. I don't think that is. Now, I do believe that there is a freedom that whiteness has that any other group doesn't have.
Yes.
That I believe is true. But I think that it can be a false comparison because I think we also have a freedom that other people don't have.
Yeah. If I can add to that, I would like to say where I feel like the truth that's married in between both of what both of y'all are saying is the difference in Black and even just in non-white cultures and non-white spaces, the differences that we have that were put on us that we continue to perpetuate onto each other day in and day out, unfortunately, is based in what qualifies our humanity. I should not have to list off all the things that I am aside from what people saw in the video in order to be human enough to be respected, or be human enough to be valued, or be human enough to be not a horrible representation of the Black queer community, or why am I now demonized as the face of why the Black gay man is so over-sexualized and so... I had nothing to do with what happened 500 years ago in Jamestown. I was not there. I'm sorry, but me and the people that I fucked that weekend has nothing to do with what has been going on for almost 600 years to people that look like us around the world, but especially on this side of it. And we keep adding to that for no reason other than the fact that that's what we have been conditioned to do.
It is, and it can be a choice, right? But I think that the ability to kind of get outside of that, it is true that this is kind of like to be able to say I'm openly gay can be heavy for a lot of people.
Yeah. Everybody's not there. I agree with them.
Everybody is not in a space, and that's just saying that they like the same sex, right? And so I think that people can be in varying degrees of different spaces,
and that's all okay.
And it's all okay. And I think sometimes we can be in a what we can feel like an elevated or evolved space, and then we be like, first of all, you the most devolved, right? Right, which may be true. Right, which may be true, but I think that to the same reason that I would never want somebody to beat me over the head with the Bible to tell me what Jesus wants, I'm not going to beat you over the head to tell you
exactly
what you are capable of having in a life. But what I'm going to do is show you.
Live by example.
I can show you better than I can tell you.
Exactly.
And I think that that's the benefit of having exposure like that is that, yeah, there's some people who ain't in a place, but there's a whole ton of people who be like, yeah, you know what, get that.
I do think like a lot of people think that a lot of people are out here just kind of like doing whatever the fuck they want to do, but we have kink communities. We have all of these. It's not just that. I feel like we are individually out here just like getting fucked in the streets and just living our best lives. It's like no, we have communities. We educate. We understand how to do these things. We practice safe sexual practices. We are responsible for ourselves.
And the truth is, you can't practice safe if you're not open about it.
Exactly.
You can't go to your doctor and say, hey, so I need a pill, but I can't tell you why. Right?
You gotta be open.
To be able to talk about it. And, I've lived in Europe for a period of time, and they don't have issues with nudity as an example. So the idea of a male or female being nude around a kid who's also nude doesn't change anything. Or if you've been any place in Europe or with a beach, Speedo. Over here, people be like, if you showing your knees, too much is showed at the beach. Right. And I think that
I
there's
love a good Speedo. You're going to see you gonna see these legs.
Right.
Y'all didn't see him in the video?
And so I think that there's just a space that sometimes we're not coming from a place that actually is beneficial.
Last two more questions. What is something that you had to unlearn about sex that changed everything for you?
That's a good question.
That's a good question, and it's one that I actually worked through how I would answer with a lot of people. I workshopped exactly how I would talk about this because I feel like it's a very important story to me, but I think it might be too long to fully give the details of the way I want to. So I will say there was a moment with my parents that drastically shifted my relationship with them when I had first come out. And because of that, it forced both me on my end and them on their end to decide entirely from choice and not just because up to that point, I'm your son, you're my parents. Mm-hmm. We know that that's how we are to each other, so everything just fits in how it does like that. Now, this is clearly a path difference of you have your life that you live. I understand and I respect those morals and values. I know that that's how you raised me. I vastly disagree with that in a large way. This is my reason for it, because I actually don't see anything wrong with any of the shit that I want to do. You do, but what are we going to do in between then? How are we going to make this happen? Because I have family members that when I was a kid, I did not understand at the time, but I learned later on that they didn't come around except for on occasions because they were the gays in the family and it was easier for them to not be around so often. They would pop in for a couple hours during a family visit and then dip out. And I didn't want that. I didn't want to have that for my life. Mm-hmm. I am one of 8 kids. I am too used to being around people. Too many of my siblings have a lot of kids. All my cousins have a lot of kids. Like, I come from such a big family. I can't help but be around people all the time. Mm-hmm. And the thought of that being taken away from me was enough to be like, I don't care what I have to do. I'm going to be myself and let the people that want to be here with me as myself decide what they want to do. I'm not gonna waste my time hoping that later on down the line I don't get cut off because I thought I was doing everything right for them to still want me and still like me around and still
Very similar.
be approved by them. I tried so hard for so many years to be approved and accepted
It's so exhausting.
for things that
It's exhausting.
I know that
It's
they
so
weren't going
exhausting.
to, and it's okay that they weren't going to. They still love me. My parents have never stopped loving me. There was never a question of how much they loved me.
But you have that great experience, and
Yeah,
and I'm so
fortunate
glad
for that.
you were fortunate for that. Everyone, and I'm not taking away from you, but I
I know.
understand how some
to the
people
story.
like it's hard for them, and they continue to exhaust themselves because they don't want to lose that acceptance.
Yeah,
It's
like,
hard.
I knew I was never going to lose the love that I
I will
had for
love
them.
you. He will love you. He will love you. We're here for you.
So what I decided from that point on is, as long as they respect me for me
Period.
and love their son, because that's always how they're always going to be who I am, no matter what I look like, what I got going on, what gets chopped and screwed and remixed to look the way I want it to look. I'm always going to be your child.
I feel like some parents feel like accepting their gay child means accepting everything they do. That is so important what you said. The base level of respect and love. That's it, okay? There are things my mom does I don't want to do with her, right? There are things that my father does I don't want to do with him. That does not stop me. And I feel like when parents accept that you're gay, it's like, oh, I have to accept all of this. Like, you don't.
I would be freaked
No one's
out.
asking you to come to drag shows.
I
No
would
one's
be
saying come
so
to Pride.
weirded out if
Like,
my parents went to a Pride show.
like, I don't want you
So
there.
weirded out. And my older brother also came out a couple years ago too. Like, you have 2 gay kids. We would love for nothing more than for you to just treat us like your other
Kids.
children.
That's
There's
it.
6 of them that are straight, as far as you know,
As far as you know, that part.
because their business, not mine to tell. But like, I don't know. I think that I wanted to know for a fact that the life that I chose to live around the people that love me, that it was a life that I would love too. That I could respect myself for living, that I could be happy with and content with. I'm not always going to think that the choices I make are the best. I'm not always going to think after the fact that, maybe I shouldn't have done that shit. Maybe I shouldn't have said that. Maybe I shouldn't have gone that place. I'm a human and I'm going to make mistakes, but I'm
Absolutely.
more than capable and happy to live with every choice that I make because, one, I'm still here to make more of them.
I love that you give yourself grace. Oh,
Like-
I love it.
I don't know if y'all can see, if y'all want to zoom in on this later on the video. I have a tattoo that, for those of y'all know what a semicolon tattoo means. I made a choice to be here years ago, and I have lived with the joy of not looking back on that choice since. And I think that truly was when I decided, if I'm going to be here, if I'm going to actually do this shit, I'm going to do it on my terms, and I'm going to enjoy every second of it, whatever that entails.
1000%.
I'm going hard.
Period.
Well, I want to answer the question
Yeah, go ahead.
because mine is not as deep.
Yeah. Great
Mine
question,
was
by the way. Great answer.
Thank you.
I was having a foursome, so there I was.
I love the dichotomy.
Right. And there was a gentleman who looked, I mean, interestingly, spitting image to me. Black dude, also military veteran, and similar body structure. I thought he was fine as frog hair, is still, but thicker than me. But anyways, the other two who brought us 4 together, they were a couple. And I watched him, well, particularly, I topped all of them.
Of course he topped.
Right. But and what happened actually, there ended up being some fisting in there as well, which was a positive.
Black people fist. It's not just a thing white people do.
It is very not. There was not.
Say it
white
again.
representation in the
What?
room.
Black people do kink too. It is not something we got introduced to by white people. It's not something we only do at white muscle sex fit jock circuit parties. Whatever shit y'all was saying in the comments, stupid.
So there I was. Thank you for that. And then to see him get to take dick and be able to like hold his masculinity at the same time was something I had never seen. As all the times that people I fucked all the time, right? I had never seen it available for what would look like me. And that changed my perspective, because it's not that I ever thought that like bottoming was bad. Like I did it, it's just painful. I was like, ooh, I can't. This ain't my ministry, right? And so after that, I was like, man, how did you like? We became friends, and I went on a journey to bottom more, because I was like, you know what? It looks good from the top, like it looks damn good, but maybe I just don't have enough like experiences to have enough positive ones. And so I started a bottom journey where I started bottoming more, and then trying to figure out like, oh, what does that look like? And so for me, that was my moment. It's not as deep, but it was great. It's changed the way I look at bottoming, which end up caused me to be much better at as a top. Because on the apps, tops, particularly in the DMV area, they like to lose interest. We like to lose interest real quick and not tell people. And these bottoms have prepared. They have gotten their lives together to get it in, and then they just fall off. So, anyways, it made me a better top. So now I say, hey, I'm sorry. We're gonna reschedule, or I'm late. I'm sorry. It's too late.
Mine. And I'm sorry, I wasn't ignoring you. I was looking up this specific song, Amanda's Tale on Hotels, and from Jasmine Sullivan.
I love that album so much.
Love that album. This is literally the album of this episode, Hotels.
Pick Up Your Feelings is my favorite song.
When I met my husband, Ed, the thing that I had to learn about sex was, and it's so simple, but for me at a very young age, I was attaching my worth to my ability to have sex. And she, in that song, talked about sex being her superpower, how she didn't have what other girls had. And she said this was the one thing she knew that she can make you come back for. And I was very glad that at 21, I met a man that cared enough about me to see my self-worth versus me just wanting to give myself to people hoping that they would love me for what I actually was. And I
love the way you worded that.
I was very lucky to have him in my life, because I think I would have gone down a very different path. And it was him that taught me to enjoy, for all of you who I've ever topped, thank Ed, because it was him. I never wanted to bottom because I thought that was my worth. And I thought that like, yeah, I'm smart, I'm educated, I'm handsome, but like when it comes down to sex, this is the one thing that I know I'm good at. And he's like, you can enjoy the other things too. This does not have to be what you think you should get from people. If you enjoy bottoming, do it. Absolutely. But I was attaching, my gay self-worth to this experience and to my individuality. And like who I am should not be who I have sex with. Mm-hmm. Like sex is a part of my journey. Sex is a part of my life, but it is not who I am. So,
and even though we talk about it all the time on the show, It is not the only thing that we are. It is just a topic that we don't spend enough time in the community talking about. And so people are out here doing it without any knowledge, without the safety, without the security, and in unsafe areas. And if you can talk about it, then you can actually talk about how to make it safe for you.
Mm-hmm. Last question, and this is just for you, because we do have to end. What would you say to someone that wants to explore but is scared of being judged?
I would say you're going to be judged, first and foremost. Period. That is going to happen. First, by yourself, in the midst of the desire to do it, in the midst of deciding if this is something you truly want to do, you're going to be judged. Everybody else that judges you after that, you can choose to listen to or not, once you decide how you feel within yourself. I think understanding that and learning that lesson, which a really good friend of mine, Francis Robinson, who I'd known for years, and I think this year or somewhere, give or take a year, he is celebrating living 30 years HIV positive and enjoying the life that he's been living through all of it.
Absolutely.
Like all of the things that are going to happen after you make your choice and you decide what you want to do, it's going to happen. So let it. Don't try to stop it. Don't try to change it. Make the most of it. Enjoy the experience and learning lessons that come with it. Maybe you learn that isn't something you want to repeat because maybe you are right now in the stage you're at still too scared of the judgment. It's okay to still be fearful of it. It's okay. I am still as confident and open as I have become in who I am now. I'm human. Absolutely.
Yes.
I am still scared as shit sometimes of what I think people might think about me and how I move on a daily basis and how I show up in certain spaces and how I present myself at different times. But I still got to live. I still have to make a choice to do something. And I'd rather choose to do the thing that I want to do than the thing that I think is going to be the least negatively impactful to other people and the opinion they might have of me. That's not going to change shit about anything other than now I know what you think.
Yeah.
And now you saw what I did.
I thank you so much for being on this episode. And to add to his question, going into marketing mode, it's very important that you find these communities. We are hosting our first Frequency Social on May 9th. So if you guys are in the community and you're afraid of being judged or you're afraid of just what other people might think about you, Daddy Bowen and I have created this space for you guys to come. We have created this space. It's going to be at Trade for you guys to come and just meet other people that look like you. So all of these things that you feel, I felt, he has felt, can be mitigated, and you can find comfort in finding people who are interested in the same things you are. This is just a social. We just want you guys to come. It's from 4 to 8 and just have a good time and be yourselves. So
and it's not a play.
It's not. It is not a play space. It's literally for all people of the community, not just men. So for everybody who is part of our queer community, come dress in however you want, and just come meet some people who are in your community, who are looking for the same thing you are, who are afraid to go do X, Y, and Z, whether it be just going to brunch or going out. Meet somebody who's just like you. It is a POC social for us because we don't have many of those or any in the DC area actually. For us. Thank you so much. Did you have anything you wanted to say closing? Thank you so much for being here. I hope this has made you feel a lot better.
I feel a lot better. Yeah, I think I'm glad with how all of this has transpired with me personally, because I know how hurt it would feel to watch somebody else go through it that I know would not have this way of going about it. I'm fortunate for the network of people that I've had in my life that I have currently, including you all, and all the friends that I've talked to this week as I've been piecing my thoughts together. I'm glad that this is a opportunity to have an important conversation where we can actually come together and be helpful to each other and be loving to each other the way people at least are making it seem like they want to be.
Absolutely. Tell the people, look at your angle, tell the people where they can find you on all the platforms.
You can find me on Instagram at KXNG_JAYY97. And on my Twitter, you can find me at KXNG_JAYY. That is the King J. I don't have Snapchat, so you can't.
Do you
find
want
me
us to tag your you have an OnlyFans just for fans?
I do, but it's under construction. I have in my day job I am a bartender and I do work nightlife, but I spend a lot of time actually trying to do adult daytime work, and that gets in the way of meeting up with people because bartending at night when everybody is out, I'm behind the bar working. I can't have sex with you, unfortunately.
My gift to you, whenever you are ready to do your first scene, I will record it for you. I will bring the lights and everything.
The camera and
I can't be in it. Daddy would not allow that. I can't be in it, but I would definitely film it for you. Absolutely. Once again, thank you guys for being on listening to this episode of Frequency podcast. We appreciate you guys for being here. We really do. I love this episode. I love these type of talks. And this is what we created this for. Please remember, May 9th, we will be at Trade for our first Frequency Social, our first POC Social for the community to come and enjoy themselves. And we will catch you guys next Monday. Bye, guys.
Bye.